Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite lenses to use on a Canon camera, more particularly my Canon 70D. This lens is both affordable and highly full-packed of quality. Today we're going to be talking about the Canon EFS 24mm Pancake lens that you can get for around $125 brand new. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, I hope you're having an amazing day. I know that I am, because I'm getting to bring you a brand new video on something that I feel highly passionate about, and that is my inexpensive Canon lens, the EFS 24mm Pancake lens, which can hit an f2.8, and that's absolutely phenomenal. Today we're actually recording this particular video on that lens, and I'm going to show you some clips of why I think it's so great, talk about some of the pros as well as some of the cons. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first pro of this lens is actually the price point of about $125 brand new for one of these lenses. The reason I think that price point is so great is because not only are you getting that f2.8, which will give you a good shallow depth of field for an environment like this, but it also helps you in a lot of low light situations. Not only that, but the lens is also very compact, coming in at a very, very small size. There's a reason they refer to it as a pancake lens. And then on top of that, the optics are actually pretty decent, especially when you compare those to that of kit lenses or other inexpensive lenses kind of in its same field. Now, although the Pancake lens does sound quite amazing, there are some cons that come with it. One con in particular is the fact that this thing does not have image stabilization built in. So this isn't the most ideal lens for when you're vlogging or using the camera handheld or anything like that. Now, there are certain things you can do to make it a little bit better. So for example, if you have the Canon 80D, you can record at 1080p at 60 frames a second, or on the Canon 70D, you can record at 720 frames at 60 frames a second. And then you can take that footage that you carefully record, slow it down to decrease the amount of movement, and make a more fluid, buttery smooth video sequence. Now, with that being said, this lens is phenomenal if you want to use it in a locked off scenario on a tripod, such as a studio setting like this, or if you want to use it on a gimbal or a Steadicam to help eliminate some of those movements and kind of that little bit of a shake you might get versus using it handheld. So some of the clips you're seeing right now are clips that I did for a professional client where I used the 24mm Pancake lens to film nearly the entire video, but I did have it on my Canon 70D on a $500 gimbal. Now that gimbal eliminated a ton of movement and really made this a possibility. If I were doing it handheld, it probably would have looked really bad and I would not even have used it for my clients whatsoever. So keep that in mind, that if you are doing video with this lens, you could encounter some serious problems if you're using it in handheld mode, and especially in a real-time recording scenario. Again, locked off on a tripod, on a gimbal, or a Steadicam, a fly cam, whatever, you're probably not going to notice those movements and it's going to look just fine. But this thing works great for low light scenarios, and especially if you're a photographer, it works really well for portraits. Because this lens isn't so telephoto that you have to worry about constricted areas. Say you're using the Nifty 50, for example, which on a crop sensor camera is more of about 85 millimeters, you're really limited on how much room that you have to move around, especially in small environments. Now, with this lens being at 24 millimeters and on a crop factor of, say, 1.6, you're not looking at that much of a telephoto area, so you can see a little bit broader in tighter spaces. Now, also for portraits, that 2.8 to have that really shallow depth of field and nice fall off around your subject is absolutely wonderful. A lot of other competitor lenses around this kind of same quality range could cost double or even triple this price point, but this lens being at $125 is possibly one of my biggest suggestions to anyone that is shooting on Canon cameras. So if you're looking for a very affordable lens to purchase for your camera to up your video quality and or your photo quality, I highly recommend the Canon EFS 24mm Pancake lens. It's a phenomenal lens for the price point and the budget, and definitely gets you used to those scenarios with a better aperture value, better low light situations, and overall better sharpness and picture quality in your videos and photography. But that's pretty much going to sum up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do own the Pancake lens, let me know in the comment section below about your likes and dislikes with this lens. If you're looking to buy the lens, let me know some questions you may have that I could possibly answer for you. But that pretty much sums up today's video, and as always, be sure to create something new today.